Welcome students. Today we will learn the topic relationship between zeros and coefficient of a cubic polynomial. Px is equal to 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus 14x plus 8. When we replace the value of x one by one with which numbers? 4 minus 2 and half, then we will get in RHS value equal to 0. Hence these are the roots of the equation or the zeros of the cubic equation. In general, if alpha, beta and gamma are the zeros of the cubic polynomial, the general cubic polynomial, which is the general cubic polynomial? Yes, it is ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Then there is a relationship between the sum of the zeros. What are the sum of the zeros? Alpha plus beta plus gamma. And that is equal to minus b upon a. Now, what is this b? B is the coefficient of x squared and a is the coefficient of x cubed. We have to take minus b upon a. Here is the relationship. Now, let us consider the same with our example of the cubic polynomial. Here is our cubic polynomial, and remember, just recall what are the zeros of this polynomial. They are 4, minus 2 and half. Now, add these three numbers. What do you get? Just pen down and calculate what you get. 4 minus 2 plus half. Yes, it is equal to 5 by 2. Here it is 5 by 2. And see the wonderful relationship it has with the coefficient. Now that is equal to minus. This minus is over here, minus. And b by a. B is minus 5 again. Here it is minus 5. This is the value of the coefficient of x squared. The coefficient of x squared is minus 5. And what is the coefficient of x cubed? It is 2. So this is b and this is a. Here b and a, b upon a. But we don't forget to put minus because we need minus b upon a. So that is equal to minus of coefficient of x squared by coefficient of x cubed. So this is the relationship. Now, in general, if we talk, this is the general cubic polynomial and this is our particular polynomial which we took in our example. These are the zeros, and on adding the zeros we are getting 5 by 2, which is again equal to minus of minus b upon a. A minus of b upon a. Minus of b upon a. Minus of minus 5 by 2 is minus of b upon a. As you can see over here, this is b and this is a. But this is minus, which is over here. As we know, alpha is equal to 4, beta is equal to 2 and gamma is equal to half. Now, we have to take another relationship, that is we are going to take the sum of the product of the two zeros taken two at a time. What means taken two at a time? It means we have to take alpha and beta first. We have to take that product of alpha and beta. In the second time, we have to take the product of beta and gamma. And the third time, we have to take the product gamma into alpha. So what do we get? We get alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. And as you can see their values, alpha beta is equal to 4 into minus 2. Then beta gamma is equal to minus 2 into half. And gamma alpha is equal to half into 4. Now what is 4 into minus 2? That is equal to minus 8. And minus 2, when 2 will get cut, we'll get here minus 1. And over here in this bracket, we are going to get 2. You also calculate in your notebooks. Yes, 4 into minus 2, minus 8. I told you we are going to get minus 1 over here. And here I told you that 2 will get cut with 4, you'll get 2. So you get minus 9 plus 2, that is minus 7. Now let us compare this with the coefficient of the cubic polynomial. Now this will have the relationship that it is equal to C upon A. As you can see, C is minus 14 and A is 2. So minus 14 upon 2, what it will be? It will be minus 7. And here also you are getting minus 7. As you know, this is the general cubic polynomial. We are going to take the general zeros. They are alpha, beta, beta, gamma and gamma alpha's product taken 2 at a time. We got minus 7. When we calculated this 3, when we added this 3, minus 8 minus 1 minus 9 plus 2, we got minus 7. And on comparing with C, the coefficient of x term and the coefficient of x cube, you get minus 14 upon 2, which is again equal to minus 7. This is coefficient of x upon coefficient of x cube, that is C upon, as you can see over here, in general term it is called C upon A. As we know, alpha is equal to 4, beta is equal to minus 2 and gamma is equal to half. Now let us take the product of these zeros. So what do we get? We get 4 multiplied by minus 2 multiplied by half. Here it is 4 into minus 2 into half, and the result is minus 4. Now we are going to compare it with the coefficient of the cubic polynomial which we have taken. See, we are comparing it. What we are getting it? We are getting it equal to minus 8 by 2. Now minus 8 by 2 means minus of constant term upon coefficient of x cubed. So we get minus 8 by 2 means constant term upon coefficient of x cubed. The constant term is 8 minus of constant term, that is minus 8. So what it will be? It will be equal to minus d upon a. See here, when we compare it with general cubic polynomial, we get minus d upon a. D means constant term and a means coefficient of x cubed. But don't forget to take the minus sign because it is minus d upon a. Hence, the general rule is alpha, beta, gamma. The product of these three zeros, alpha, beta and gamma, is equal to minus 8 upon 2. Now, what is this minus 8 upon 2? It is d upon minus d upon a. Minus d upon a means minus of constant term upon coefficient of x cube. In general, it can be proved that if alpha, beta and gamma are the zeros of the cubic polynomial ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, then the sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma, is equal to minus d upon a. Then the sum of the product of these two zeros taken at a time, that is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, is equal to c upon a. And finally, the product of the three zeros, that is alpha, beta and gamma, is equal to minus d upon a. Don't forget the minus sign, minus d upon a. Now here you can see one of the examples which can come in 3 marks. It is the same kind of sum which we have just seen in the previous slides. First you have to verify that these three are the zeros of the cubic polynomial. How can you verify them? By putting the value 3, minus 1 and minus 1 by 3, 1 by 1 in the place of x. We have to replace x with these three values one by one, and you will get the answer equal to 0. If you get equal to 0, when you calculate it, then it will be the zeros of this cubic polynomial. Here you can see them stepwise. Now here you even can see that these are the coefficients of x cubed, x squared, x and d. Here they are. They are a, b, c, d. These are the coefficients, and we are comparing this coefficients with our example. So you see a is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 5, c is equal to minus 11 and d is equal to minus 3. As I told you, you have to replace x with 3. Here we replaced x with 3, so we got 0. Now next step we will replace x with which number? Yes, minus 1. And again we will get 0. You calculate it. Wherever you are finding x, you are going to replace this x with the minus 1. And then you do the calculation, you will get 0. This is what you have to show in this stepwise. In the third case, again we are going to replace x with minus 1 by 3. Here it is. And we will get 0. Here this is 0. And then you have to even verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient, which we have already done in the previous example. Now here we already verified that these three are the zeros of the cubic polynomial, because one by one we got the result 0 in RHS. Here it is. Now for polynomial, this particular polynomial and the roots we know, we already verified these are the roots. Now what we are going to do? We are going to verify the relationship. As we know, alpha plus beta plus gamma is 3 plus minus 1 plus minus 1 upon 3. On calculating, we are going to get minus of minus 5 by 3, which is minus b upon a. As you can see, it is minus 5. This is b upon a. The sum of the product of the two zeros taken at a time, you will get c by a. C is minus 11 upon 3, and when you calculate also you get the same thing. See, minus 3 plus 1 by 3 is minus 3 into 3, minus 9 plus 1 is minus 9 plus 1 is minus 8 by 3, and then again minus 8 by 3 minus 1. When you calculate, minus 8 minus 3, minus 8 minus 3 is minus 11 upon 3, and this is again having the same relationship c upon a. When we compare it with the coefficient, here it is c upon a. And then finally we are going to take the product of the three zeros, which is very simple. 3 into minus 1 into minus 1 by 3, you are getting 1. And now compare it with minus d by a. Minus d means minus of minus 3, which is plus 3. And plus 3 upon 3 is 1. You just do it in your notebook. Do these calculations yourself. It's a 3-mark question. Here is an assignment for you. This is for practice. You have to do the same methods and steps which are already shown in the previous slides. Another assignment which you have to practice. This is higher order thinking questions.